check out a new trail. This is day 2 of testing out the new upgrades. Stick around till the end as we go over all the details. So far, the new brakes and rotors work great. Let's safely explore this trail, while also getting some riding practice in. Always slow down and pedal when passing pedestrians. Let's see if you can spot all the blind spots on this trail. Time for a shortcut. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Whoa! Easy there, Evel Knievel. This is why you don't fly through parks like a bat out of hell. Watch out for those blind spots. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments if you want me to explore more inner city locations or more parks. Yep, those 203mm rotors are definitely working. Whoa! Almost took me out the game. Time to watch out for those pesky blind spots again. Always remember the pedestrian has the right of way, unless they're chasing you down with a sharp object. I set out for cardio, but now I'm just trying to survive the pedestrian apocalypse.
You're good. All right, what can I say? That was quite a ride. We were supposed to actually meet up with the Cleveland Heights Bicycle Coalition. This was supposed to be the second time for my meeting with them, but even though we didn't make it today, because we would have just been missing them by about 10 minutes by the time they pulled off. But either way, I had an awesome ride. I think what we'll do now, we'll stop, take a look at the bike, and talk about upgrades on this bike. Well, firstly, I want to say that I am going to be putting everything on this bike into one easy kit for you to purchase and access. This way you don't have to go looking through all of my old videos trying to find links and finding links that have expired. I'm gonna make it so all you have to do is just click on one link. It takes you to all the parts on this bike, and you can buy the kit for your own smart ravel, or if you own a YYG, which to my knowledge has gone out of business. The company that was manufacturing or selling the YYG model. So it looks like you're gonna have to pick up a smart ravel, or smart travel as it should be pronounced and called. Or I guess this is a good spot to stop and kind of do a reflection. First of all, I am listening to music using the new Bluetooth headset. It definitely has a really good rich sound when it comes to the speakers and the audio. Quality is good. I will say, like, if you turn it all the way up, you're going to get a little bit of distortion. But overall, just as a device that can play music directly from your phone, I think it is excellent. One quick upgrade that you'll notice is I have added in a new display. This new display is excellent, and I mean that because if you'll notice, it now reads voltage, so I can actually see what my voltage is versus just kind of what the previous controller had, which was, you know, it was finicky. You turn off the power, turn it back on, it would show a different read. You didn't really know, like, you know, what your battery was because there was no voltage reader. Now this one reads just as it should. It shows exact voltage. It also has a USB which connects to my phone, so I never have to worry about it dying. It charges the phone while I ride, so that worked out great. Now I don't even have to have the backup phone battery that I had in this luggage carrier, so I can leave that at home now. So, you know, all this will come in the kit. I'm gonna just leave all this in the kit, but the display is bigger on this. It actually gives me an accurate read to the GPS on my phone. The only exception is that it seems to cap out at 36 miles an hour even when I go over, so I have to take a look at the code and how to fix that. But in terms of what it does and its speed and display, works great. Voltage reader, glad I got it now. And you can see now that this is actually a 52 volt bike that charges to 55. So there's now evidence of that on the controller. Again, this is a 52 volt bike sold as a 48 volt. So you want to be aware of that. Now some will argue that that's just the voltage max charge capacity. The bike performs like it should, which is a 52 volt bike. A lot of people out of the box used to wonder, okay, why did this bike go so fast when you would start actually using it compared to their foldable 48 volt bike? And that's because the controller actually has capacitors that cap at 60 volts. So this thing is capable of the 52 volts that it charges to, and then some. So that's why I chose this bike in the beginning, because it wasn't specifically just because of the controller that comes with it. It's because it has a solid frame. I had already looked at the performance reviews. I knew it outdid itself in terms of what it advertised. And yeah, just overall, I was impressed with the engineering that just was put into it. It had a cafe racer look, and I knew I wanted to finish it. So that's exactly why I got this bike in this entire, you know, bike diary journey, was because I wanted to make this thing into a cafe racer. So I'm happy that I was able to do that. But yeah, let's see here. Everything's been upgraded. Seat has been upgraded. The rear motor has been replaced. That's a brand new 1500 watt motor. The rear rotors have been upgraded. The front rotor upgraded, 203 millimeters. The fairing, as you guys can see, has been added. The headlight OEM, that's still the same. Took the fenders off, replaced those with plastic to cut down on weight. Removed the rear fender to cut down on weight. Took out the original bag that came with this, replaced it with the waterproof reflective gas tank style bike bag carrier, and put the 60 volt battery in there. Added the controller for the 1000 watt new motor to the front to give this thing its dual motor power and extra torque. Added a 14,000 lumen extra bright headlight to the front. Added mirrors, just recently replaced these mirrors with new mirrors now. I've replaced the phone holder about 5 times. Added a security system, which you can see here, and then it just finishes up down there with the remote kit. Let's see, replaced the pedals, replaced the kickstand. Added this caliper extension because I couldn't find one online that fitted. I just took a couple 3.5 inch screws and then added some bolts to kind of create the wedge and the bracket system. Just, you know, it worked better than I expected, so I'm glad that turned out the way it did. And then I did a shunt mod on the 1000 watt controller. I think that is everything on this bike in terms of upgrades. I don't know if I know I'm probably missing something. Oh yeah, replace the battery. Yeah, so this, you guys know, and I think it was episode, 16, I had gone over that, but yeah, replace this rear battery. So again, I'm gonna put all this together in a kit. If you guys want to buy this bike with the kit, all those links will be available. If you want to just buy the kit by yourself for your bike, that's fine too. I'm gonna put it all together in the storefront and make it accessible for future content.